If you've ever met a leader in your life that has left a great impact on you, please stand up. I repeat the question. If you have ever met a leader in your life that has left a big impact on you, please stand up.
It can be online.
Anyway, online, offline. Distinguished leaders, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I want one favor of you. While standing, keep remembering this leader. And in fact, until the end of my speech, just keep remembering this leader in your mind. For the next few minutes, I'll be saying several phrases about leadership. We are about to unmask the leader that you have in your mind. Whenever I say a phrase that resonates with you, clap once. And if I say a phrase that strongly resonates with you, clap twice. Ready?
Ready.
Phrase number 1. A leader is perfect with priorities management. He or she delegates tasks but holds full responsibility. Phrase 2. A leader is the first to take risks, the last to expect credit. A successful leader is one who can bring around him or her people who are more ingenious than him or her. For those scared to travel alone, a person you follow blindly is a leader. Leaders make a leader out of you only if you will. Thank you. You may have a seat. Out there on Google, I just asked ChatGPT, how many books on leadership are there? There are over 2 million books on leadership. Yet, we rarely find leaders and we meet leaders that influence us. So let me take a quick survey. When we come to the definition of leadership, the very first thought to start with, how can we define a leader? Let me state some random guess. How can we define a leader? How can we define leadership? How can we define leadership? Toastmaster Rashad.
Solving the conflict.
Solving the conflict.
A leader could be summarized as somebody who is able to motivate and guide a group of people towards a certain goal.
Great. Interesting. Any more?
A leader is the person who connects everyone with each other on a deeper level. So to do that, everyone will collaborate, and the work will be done.
Great. Collaborate people with each other.
I think leader is someone who actually does it and not talk about it. So he's the doer, not the talker.
That's good. Toastmaster, imagine I need to take your voice opinion. How can we define leader? Who is a leader?
You put me in a spot I wasn't in the moment. But, to me, leadership has 3 things. 1, you should have a vision. You should be able to drive people with that vision. And I think be responsible for this the way you take it. So I think these 3 things.
Ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate all your answers. Please give yourself a huge round of applause. I went through many definitions, and I tried to come up with one simple one. Leadership is the art of influencing people to do their utmost to carry out any task. Notice the word influencing. And whenever I say influencing, it's always linked to one thing and one thing only: a positive impact behind it. How did I start my speech? I asked you, a leader that has left an impact in you. Most likely, you only remember this leader that is possibly still in your mind now because he or she left an impact in you. If it is not for an impact, you will not remember it. In my life, alhamdulillah, I met leaders that I'm proud to speak about, among which is the founder of King Fahd University of Petroleum and Minerals that I've met several times. And I've heard stories about him that resonate with this definition of leadership. One of the stories, it's an interesting story. His name is Dr. founder of KFPM. They were sitting in a monthly meeting, the board floor of the university were there. This story was more than 15 years ago. One of the engineers said, we have a plan, or we have a blueprint for a new gate for the students. Where is this gate? This gate will force the student to take a longer route, just to reach the university. So when Dr. Bakr heard this, what did he do? He took the papers, he put them on the floor. He said, stop everything. He said, who is employing me and employing you in this university? Isn't it the student? Cancel all blueprints and make a new one and make it easier for the students to enter the university. That's one story. Another quick story I remember, there was an employee that Dr. Bakr used to meet on a monthly basis to get some papers printed. Dr. Bakr by himself used to go to the stationery office of the university to get some papers printed. What happened? He met this person, he said, how are you? He said, I'm good. He said, I don't feel you're good, let's come. He said, actually, I'm not very good. I have one of my colleagues, one of my relatives who wants to be employed in the university. But he's getting rejected. Dr. Bakr told him, apply again. He applied again and he got rejected. Within a few time, what happened? Dr. Bakr met this person again. He asked him, what happened to your relative that you requested to be employed? So Dr. Bakr, I applied. He replied again and he got rejected. He said, let him apply again, but this time mention my name in the application, that this application goes through me directly. To make this story short, what happened? They rejected him again. Dr. Bakr received the papers. The reason why they rejected them is that there was no position for him in the company. He wrote a comment, make a position for him in the company, and signed it. And this person got employed. These are two very small examples of leadership that reflect what leadership is, influencing people to carry out their utmost to carry out any task. With that, I hope that you keep remembering the leader in your mind and you become a next leader following his or her steps. Thank you. Back to our Toastmaster.